By Mon Health System, feel the difference. By Advanced HVAC and Plumbing, the area's only Carrier factory authorized dealer. Turn to the experts. By the Insurance Centers, where serving you is our best policy. And by Omega Commercial Interiors. For office furniture, buy local at Omega in Morgantown and Charleston. Clay-Battelle High football is on the air.
Good evening and welcome to Blacksville, where we are about 9 minutes away from kickoff between the Clay-Battelle CBs and the Hancock Panthers of Maryland. Good evening, I'm Ethan Collins. Chance Collins will be joining me in a little bit. And this is a team that's 2-3, hoping to get back to even on the season. The Hancock Panthers posting a 1-3 record, but a 1-1 record against teams in West Virginia. Valley Wetzel, they lost 46-33, and Hundred they did beat 49-20. And I'm now joined by Chance Collins. And Chance, we talked a little bit about this. You know, we went a little bit heavy on the post game yesterday, and we said this team needed to find a little bit of heart. Well, they're really going to have to go deep into the heart of the young guys tonight because we do have a little bit of injury news. QB1 Braden Ponceroff will not be starting tonight. In comes sophomore Corey Cohen. And we've talked about it kind of all year in warm-ups off the air, and we say, man, he throws a pretty ball. Man, that kid throws a nice spiral. He's got really good mechanics. This could be the beginning of a new era when we look at the Clay-Battelle CBs.
It could be, and I mean, we've all talked about how good of a receiver that Ponceroff was last year for us as a sophomore, and it'll be interesting to see how Corey handles the stress of that first start, seeing how he does. We did speak to his mom before the game.
Who, by the way, is the head trainer of the Clay-Battelle CBs.
And she brought up the point that, you know, his dad was a quarterback and a pitcher, if I'm correct, and that from the time they were a very young age, he just taught mechanics, not necessarily, you know, much, we'll say stress and much bigger things, but just the simple mechanics of what to do. And when you watch Corey in practice, if he's able to transfer that to in the speed of the game, you know, love Ponceroff to death. But I honestly think Corey can step in. He ain't going to be Ponceroff in the same sense of the word, but at the same time, it could give the CBs a completely different look, especially if you're able to take your receiver one last year and move him back out to the outside, because we've seen earlier in this season, LePeau is not afraid to make changes. I mean, we've been moving Statler from one side of the line to the other to put him with Gump. We've had Barr got moved to the sideline as a freshman, and we got, I can't remember who stepped in up there at middle linebacker, but, you know, they made that change there. We've seen Barr substitute in. Like, I don't think it's anything against Barr. He's just a true freshman, and I think we need a little bit more size up front is what LePeau was seeing. So he made a switch, and it's nice to see. You know, I do believe we were told tonight that you're going to see a little bit more of a different offense tonight. So the willing to make changes, find out where this program is going to go, and as you said, you're talking about a sophomore quarterback taking over, and if he's able to grasp the mental aspects of the game, it opens up what you can do as an offensive team, and it'll be interesting to watch. I know that, you know, we talked about the drops last week, and it's going to be one of those that hopefully Corey, the guys around him, the seniors and the juniors, pick up the slack, and when the ball hits them in the hands this week, we're catching it. We got a little inside information that a jugs machine may have showed up to help them receivers this week, and, you know, it's the little things like that, the community stepping up going, hey, we see things, can this help? And LePeau willing to accept that help. You know, I've been around programs before where the head coach is like, it's my program, don't come. The community stepping together and helping. Let's see if all of it coming together can give Corey a good first game here.
Coming up, player lineups and the coaches interview. This is Clay-Battelle CB Football on WAJR.com.
Has been serving Morgantown and the surrounding area, providing the highest customer service and overall value in the power sports industry. Home to Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and KTM. You'll find everything you need for your on- and off-road enjoyment, including a full line of parts and accessories. Morgantown Power Sports, a proud supporter of high school athletics, on the mile ground or online at morgantownpowersports.com.
This is the WAJR
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the pregame show here on WAJR.com. And this pregame coach's interview is sponsored by HealthWorks. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks. 7 convenient locations to serve you. And, Coach, just got to talk a little bit about the game last night. I mean, it was a hard-fought, low-scoring game. You told me before, you said you thought your defense played really well. You know, unfortunately, there's a bit of injuries going in here tonight. So can you give me a little bit of an injury report update?
Yeah, our starting quarterback and strong safety, Braden Ponceroff. He was limping around late in that game, and we thought he just had some musculature, like a bruise, and come to find out this week he has a broken, a green stick break on his fibula down there, so he's out right now. Dancer has been fighting, our center senior has been fighting shoulder and knee issues, and he's hobbling around he's got some meniscus things going on with his knee right now, so he's not going tonight either.
Well, with that next man up mentality, you have Corey Cohen starting at quarterback tonight. Who did you say is going at center tonight?
J.J. Doshin.
J.J. Doshin. But, we've talked about this. These freshmen and sophomores, they don't really play like freshmen and sophomores. You've had a good key contributor in Caleb Hall, who's only a freshman, and now you're going in with a sophomore at quarterback. But I think these guys look ready to play, and you've kind of put in some packages for them. So what are you expecting out of those guys tonight?
I mean, I'm expecting Caleb Hall to run the ball some more. Corey's been playing quarterback. Corey's played quarterback a lot of his life since a little kid. He's one of these kids that's played youth football. So he's definitely ready for this moment. I'm sure he's really, really excited for the moment. Actually, I was really, really encouraged. We send out a first wave at 5:45, and I look down here at 5:30, and there's already kids out here. And so they're ready to play. I already know right now they're ready to play just by how they're behaving. So Corey's ready. That freshman class has got a lot of potential in it. And J.J. Doshin's been a kid. He's already been playing for us on defense and some other spots on line. So we've always had him ready to be a center. And so I'm excited to see all these young guys.
Quick little update on the opponent here on Hancock. They run kind of a crazy offense, unbalanced, and it throws a lot of weird stuff at you. They're trying to trick you on who has the ball and whatever.
It's like an old school single wing, and they've got a couple good running backs, and they're well coached, and they do things fundamentally sound. And you can't get caught watching it like you're a spectator. You have to read your keys, and I feel really good about that because we have some really, really good defensive coaches that know how to stop the run. So I'm excited to see what we'll do against that.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's the pregame show. We'll be back here with Game on WAJR.com. Welcome back to WAJR.com. We're about a minute and a half away from kickoff here. And, Chance, I like what Coach LePeau said in that coach's interview. He said he's excited to see what this team does despite the changes that have been made. And it just goes to show how much faith he has in his quarterback. He's one of the 4 captains tonight against Hancock.
Yeah, you got Corey Cohen out there, Josiah Morgan.
The kicker, Brian Vega.
And Landon Savage. Savage Lands.
Yeah, Savage Lands. Looks like Clay-Battelle will receive to start the first half here, so we'll get the first look at offense here for the Seabees, and we'll go ahead and do those player lineups. Sponsored by Lang Monument, family-owned and celebrating 150 years serving in Morgantown, located on the Wharf District. 3 running backs for the Seabees tonight. You could see Maverick Gum, you could see Caleb Hall, and you could see Caleb Snodgrass. We mentioned the quarterback change with Corey Cohen. Wide receivers of Josiah Morgan, Tyson Price, Landon Savage, and Damian Toothman.
And the big uglies up front, going from right to left, Zach Gump, Josh Wilson. I'm going to do it. We had to change the center, so I want to make sure I do it right. J.J. Dawson, Cameron Mercer, and Cooper Statler.
And we move on to the Hancock Panthers. A little bit of a wonky offense you'll see here tonight. The quarterback, Aiden McCarty. Tailback, Jaden McCarty. One of the wingbacks is Jacob Anderson. And then we'll have Tyler Hill at the fullback position along with tight ends Ethan Hill and Sean Thomas.
And moving from right to left again on the line, you've got Hayden McCarty, Nick McCuster, Mike Costella, Brody Stratton, and Timmy Tingler. Once again, the starting player lineups are brought to you by Lang Monument, family-owned and celebrated, 150 years of serving the Morgantown, located in the Wharf District, langmonument.com.
Kickoff sponsored by Morgantown Printing and Binding. From printing, binding, and mailing to promotional items, custom signs and wraps, MPB is your trusted printing company. A little bit actually a miscue on my part. Clay-Battelle won the toss and deferred, so Clay-Battelle will kick to start the first half here. Hancock will receive. Once again, Brian Vega, the kid getting the starting kicking duties tonight with Braden Ponceroff out for the CBs, so we'll see what he does on the kickoff and on the extra points here tonight.
He was. I can tell you that from game one to now we have seen a drastic improvement in Vega.
Vega boots it, a two-step drop, goes across the 30-yard line and bobbled by the return man at the 25. It's Aiden McCarty, and he's tackled by Landon Savage. A negative return, and the Hancock Panthers will have a long field to go to start this game. They are working from our right to left here. Hancock wearing royal blue helmets with white jerseys and royal blue pants. Clay-Battelle supporting their normal home uniforms with the dark gray helmets with a CB's logo and state outline. The new home gray jerseys with white numerals and navy blue pants. Hancock breaks the huddle here, and they will line up in their normal unbalanced Wildcat package with two guys set to take the snap. Aiden McCarty, takes the snap. I'm just not going to call them by their last names. I think I'm just going to call them by their first names. And he is not going to get anywhere. No gain, maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
And that'll 63?
Bring up, believe that was 63.
Josh Wilson in on the play there, grabbed a hold of the jersey and just would not let go, keeping that to a 1-yard gain. Who was that on the carry again, Ethan?
That was Aiden McCarty. Like I say, I think I'm just going to stick to first names tonight with the McCartys especially. Because you got Hayden, Aiden, and Jaden. And two of them are related, but only cousins, and one of them's no relation at all. 10:58 left to go here in the opening quarter. It's 2nd down and 9. Same formation, heavy to the right. Snap to the tailback this time. It's Jaden. Jaden gets across and gets a good gain on the play. The line to gain is the 32. He got to the 31. It'll bring up 3rd down and very short for the Hancock Panthers. And Chance, this is what actually they got to the 1st down marker, and they're going to mark it a 1st down and 10. And Chance, this is what we talk about. It's a weird-looking offense. You don't know who's going to get the ball on the snap. You don't know who's going to get the ball on a handoff. You really don't know, and it's hard to not be a spectator when trying to see who has the ball and who doesn't.
Yeah, you got to attack almost on this type of offense.
All right, Aiden going to get the snap, but he's going to do a reverse to the wingback. That is Jacob Anderson, and Jacob gets close to the 40-yard line, but is tackled by a host of CBs. Still going, still churning yards, and finally gets tackled by Caleb Hall and brought down at the 40-yard line, and it will bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Panthers.
Yeah, he just would not go down there. Nice play by Savage, forcing him back inside to at least get somebody to get a hold of him, but that kid did not want to stop there. Just kept fighting for extra yardage, and we're going to line up now. Hancock is at a 2nd and 2.
Ran to the weak side that time. First time they've done that.
Hancock's got some decent-sized boys on that line in front of their athletes.
Yes, they do. Jaden, the one closest to the snapper, but they're going to hand it off to the fullback here. That's Tyler Hill. Chance, once again, you just don't know. We've seen about 5 plays offensively, and 3 different guys have taken the snap, but those are probably all 3 options that you'll see here tonight. So showing their stuff early, but it does get them a 1st down.
Yeah, it is a different look, like you said. Like you got the first quarterback step up like he's going to take the snap. Then the second one puts his hands up and asks for it. And that one there is direct snap to the fullback.
Little bit of a different change here. 2 wingbacks, and then the tailback is the fullback behind the center. They send one of the wingbacks in motion. They hand it off. It's Tyler Hill. Hill gets a sweep, gets close to midfield, will be tackled, short of the marker, but it will be a decent gain of about 6. Bring up 2nd down and 4 at midfield. He ran to the far side after being set in motion. He was on the near sideline. Just a simple little jet sweep, but they're testing the secondary's ability to tackle.
Yep, you pound it up in that middle a little bit, and you tighten them outside linebackers up, and then you hit that, kind of a quick hit on the end around and see what happens. And right there, it was able to get him 6 yards.
All right, 2nd down and 4. They line up in their normal package this time. Little bit of a high snap. This is what happens. And Aiden has to fall on it way behind in the backfield, back into their own territory at about the 36-yard line. Be a loss of about 14, and that will bring up third down and a very long. Chance might see the first pass tonight if you're the Panthers.
Yeah, and as a defense, right now you got to be looking for that too. It's third down. Just don't give up the big play right here.
Keep everything in front of you.
Yep. Sometimes with offenses like this, they work great until you make that one mistake, and then it puts you in that negative position, and you got to work from it.
All right, they line up in their normal package with a wingback, fullback, and 2 tailbacks. Aiden going to drop back to pass here, rolls to his right, now cuts to his left, stiff arms Corey Cohen. Maverick trying in pursuit, goes out of bounds short of the sticks. That was Caleb Hall pushing the ball carrier out of bounds. That's Aiden McCarty on the carry. And he gets to about the 46-yard line, gain of 10, but that will bring up 4th down and 8. So a little bit of a miscue, a mistake by the Panthers ends up costing them on this drive. They'll probably line up to punt. Can't rule out a fake here.
You can't rule them. I'm looking right now to see if they're going to line. Nope, the punter was that 25 in the back here?
Yes,
looks
I
like
believe
Jaden
so.
McCarty back to punt.
Yeah. And it's Josiah Morgan back deep to receive for the Seabees. It's a tight punt formation. Nobody out wide. Good snap, good punt, end-over-end kick. Josiah catches it cleanly, goes across the 30 over to the 45, goes to the near sideline across the 45, and thrown out of bounds very close to midfield. They'll mark him at the 48-yard line. Textbook technique there on the punt return by Josiah Morgan, who's not your normal punt returner. Braden Ponceroff is.
Yes.
So now comes the new look CB's offense. Once again, a change at center. J.J. Dawson being the one who gets the ball out there. And Corey Cohen steps up, the sophomore. 2 wide receivers to the right here, 1 to the left, a running back on each side. Maverick to Corin's right. And that is, I believe that is Hall. Hall gets the carry. Hall gets across midfield over to the 40. And a good run there by Caleb Hall.
12 yards on the carry.
Pick it up where he left off.
Yes, that kid up until he ended up getting some kind of leg muscle injury last week. Not exactly sure what it was.
Said he had about a knot in his calf about as big as his thumb.
That's never a good thing.
But not to mention the fact he only played about a quarter and a half and he had 16 carries.
Yes, they were definitely carrying him along.
All right, they line up in the same formation here. But Caleb Hall is to the running backs were switched. Maverick Gum gets the carry and a shellacking hit by Chandler Buzzkirk. You heard the ooh from the crowd. One of the defensive linemen, Chandler Buzzkirk, the D tackle, really got in there and blew up the play.
Spoke to him a minute before the game, and that is not a small boy by any means, and neither is Maverick. So in order to put a lick on him like that, it's going to take a big kid.
2nd down and 11 here. Trips receivers to the left, running back on each side. We're going to throw a little bubble screen here to Landon Savage. Savage gets across the 40 and maybe gets 2 yards more than that. And the 40 was the original line of scrimmage here, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long here, 3rd down and 8 for the Seabees.
Hopefully got the butterflies out of Corey there, though. Got that first easy completion. Let him do it. It was a nice ball to the receiver. It wasn't a big throw, but at the same time hit him in the hands.
People don't realize how hard the screen pass is. It's a vertical one. You basically have to throw it like a fastball. All right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back on each side. I'm going to fake the handoff and roll out to the strong side right. Throws it up there. He's got Landon Savage wide open. He catches it at the 20. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle! And the first touchdown of the Corey Cohen era has begun. He pumps his chest. He looks at the coaches, and it's CB 6-0.
I tell you what, and one of the nicest things I'm going to bring up right now that I seen, Ethan, on that play was I seen emotion by the CBs. Excitement. Something we talked about last week. We didn't see even when it felt like we were scoring, there wasn't excitement. And it was nice to see Corey waving at the crowd, trying to pump him up as he ran down to meet Savage down in the end zone.
Julian Vega set to kick the extra point here. Sorry, that's Brian Vega. Set to kick the extra point. Corey to hold. Kick is up. And it's good.
That right there is big because we know last week when we lost, we didn't have one extra point. Good, we went for two twice. That is nice to see.
You made one, you tie the game and force overtime. You made two, you win it.
Yes. And like I mentioned earlier in the game when we seen him kicking off, the improvement that the Vega brothers themselves both combined have made since week one, impressive.
It's only one drive and it's only one score, but the CBs look like they have an energized effort amongst themselves. 7-0 here for the CBs as they lead the Hancock, Maryland Panthers with 5:13 left to go in the opening quarter.
I can't tell you, last week, Coach LaFoe brought up the point of the red zone offense. We need more points in the red zone. Do you know how to take that completely out of the game?
Never get in the red zone.
Score from outside the red zone, and that's what Corey did. He said, watch this, we ain't even going to get it in the 20. We're just going to go ahead and put it in the end zone. Coach.
Not to mention the fact that, Chance, this now makes the Panthers have to respect Corey Cohen's arm.
They do. And
that's going to open up running lanes.
We'll want to be specific on something. I'm pretty sure it looked like one of the Hancock people did trip at the same time, but Savage made the catch, which last week we had 6 drops. Hit him right in the hand. Landon was not one of them people last week that had a drop pass, but it's nice to see just catching, getting some confidence in Corey by his receiver stepping up now and helping him with no drop balls.
Vega kicks it, and it goes right to the returner at the 25-yard line. The returner bounces off a couple tacklers and gets very close to the 40-yard line.
Savage slowed him down, and then it looks like Maverick Gum cleaned him up.
Tyler Hill was the returner. Sorry to step over your toes there, Chance. One thing, we talked about this in the pregame is that when you have a new quarterback, what do you have to do? You have to help a brother out. You have to help your teammate out. What did Landon Savage do? He caught it twice, made plays happen after the catch. Make it easy on your quarterback, then you can fine-tune your offense.
On the screenplay that Savage caught, he broke a tackle to get 3 yards. Otherwise, it was no gain. And then down here had probably 21 yards after the catch.
All right. Faking the jet sweep here, it's Aiden McCarty. McCarty shows some good elusiveness here, bouncing off a couple tackles. I have no idea how he was able to evade everybody. He was doing a tightrope act in an elevator and still got 5 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 5. If Chris Collinsworth were here, he'd say that's an excellent play by Mahomes.
I can tell you this, and I don't compare many people to him, and especially not high school athletes, but the last guy I've seen make that many people miss inside of the deep freezer was Barry Sanders. I mean, the kid didn't move more than 3 yards, and he made 4 kids miss to get something positive out. What should have been a 4-yard loss is now a 2nd and 5.
Wing back to the right and a receiver. Fullback under center. 2 guys set to take the snap. It's Aiden McCarty. McCarty bounces off the tacklers and then goes to the outside. He gets across midfield and the 1st down, and it will be a gain of about 9 on the play, and that will bring up 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. We saw this happen last week or last drive. They were able to move the ball, but got stalled out a little bit due to a high snap.
We did.
TJ Barr substitutes in. Sorry, go ahead, Chance.
That was Jaden McCarty on the carry. Am I correct?
No, that was Aiden.
That was Aiden on that carry.
Yeah, okay. That was Aiden.
Let me give the yardage to the right. Got it.
It is hard to see. I will admit that. 1st down and 10 here in opponent territory. Only the 2nd snap in opponent territory. Now this is Jaden. Jaden bounces to the outside, but a good tackle by the freshman TJ Barr. Sorry, actually, my mistake. That was Caleb Snodgrass on the tackle. The instigator making a play.
Yes, getting in there, and nice to see, because I can tell you this, for those who haven't seen Hancock play, the Jaden McCarty combination is not, as he's kind of limping to the sideline right now to let everybody know, he's not a small feller. He come out we're down there on the sideline watching him walk in. I'm like, there's a tailback I don't really want to hit. I don't know how he's wearing 25, but it was nice to Snodgrass to get in there and get him down, hit him low, bring him down.
Looks like it's number 22, Tyler Hill, the normal fullback, into the game. They hand it off to the wingback, though. That's Tyler Anderson. Anderson is going to get a minimal gain on the play of about 1 after a no gain on second down, and that will bring up another third down and long chance.
And that was Carson Moore on the tackle there, all by himself. Nice play by Moore.
So 3rd down and 9 here for the Hancock Panthers. They possibly are in 4-down territory depending on how this next play goes. But you're probably calling a play call to go for it on 4th down.
You can see that. You want to pick something up here. I can see a run here, try to make it a more manageable 4th down because you are in CB's territory.
All right, they line up in their normal package with a wingback and a fullback under center. Aiden takes a pass. It's going to be a little jump pass here to the tight end. That is Ethan Hill. And, Chance, did that remind you of anything? Maybe a little bit of Tim Tebow to Aaron Hernandez action in the Gator heavy-set package. Goes up to the line of scrimmage, acts like he's going to run it, does a little jump pass over the defensive line. It's an easy 1st down gain.
That was that thrown by
Yes.
Aiden? That was thrown by Aiden. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there that I had the right one there because they line up with them 2 quarterbacks, and it is confusing.
Aiden to the right. Looks like it's Tyler Hill to the left.
And he gets the snap.
Yeah, he gets the snap, bounces off a couple of wimpy tacklers, but still only gets about 1.5 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Hancock.
Nice play by Willard there. He got in the backfield, almost got him down, but he did slow him up enough for the rest of his team to get in there and hold that to 2 yards.
Cooper Statler comes into the game on defense. TJ Barr comes out. Chance, I see Cooper Statler at the defensive tackle position.
And, it's a nice change. Normally they've been playing on the defensive end. I know we were talking to Ponser off there the other day about the point of maybe moving him in, and he had told us it was being talked about. So let's see how he does here at the defensive tackle position.
One guy in the backfield here for Hancock. It's Aiden McCarty. He motions a guy, fakes the jet sweep, and then gives it to the wingback on the reverse. He breaks a couple tackles, gets across the 25 over to the 20. He will get a 1st down, and he's very close to the red zone here for the Panthers. As I say, Chance, they motion Ethan Hill, the wingback on the left side, fake the jet sweep to him. Then he takes a couple steps forward like he's going to run, and then he just hands it off to the other wingback, Jacob Anderson, and it ends up being a gain of about 12 yards.
A lot of misdirection going on. We did go with the 5-2 there, and it looks like we're going to keep with the 5-2 because I see Cooper still out there. That was a different look. The misdirection confused our linebackers.
Coach LePeau called it the old-fashioned wing tee. And they line up with two guys in the backfield set to take the snap. They hand it off to Hill. Hill gets across the 20, very close to the 15. They'll mark him down at the 16, and that is the end of the 1st quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Your score, Clay-Battelle 7, Hancock 0. This is Clay-Battelle CB's football on WAJR.com.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
When you attend football games, do you rush to get a seat at the back of the bleachers for back support? Back pain is a common problem and can often be relieved with physical therapy treatments. If you have back pain, see your doctor and ask for a physical therapy prescription. Then see the physical therapy professionals at HealthWorks. With 9 nearby locations, finding quality care doesn't need to be a headache. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Welcome back to Blacksville, West Virginia here, where we're about ready to start the 2nd quarter, and Hancock is driving, but they have a 7-0 deficit over the Clay-Battelle Seabees.
They got the ball at the 16-yard line right now, 2nd and 5. Score 7-0 with the CBs in the lead.
They line up in their old-fashioned wing T formation. I think that's what I'm just going to call it. Heavy to the right. 2 guys set to take the snap. Number 17, Logan Hendershot, is the fullback under the center position. Aiden takes the snap, runs to his right, cuts back towards the middle. No tightrope act this time. Maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
There I am stepping on you, but it was a nice play by Maverick Gum coming up there and just putting a lick in 121 there, making for no gain. It's nice to see right now. I feel like we're getting a lot of pressure from the first guy getting in there, and what's happening is the first guy's just able to slow him down, even if it's not a clean tackle, and you see a swarm of CBs coming in, which is nice to see with being the CBs. We call it a swarm, but everybody coming in and making a play.
I see what you did there on the pun. All right. Wing T to the right. This time the snap goes to Aiden. Aiden's going to do the jump pass again. He does complete it to his wide receiver, that's Sean Thomas. Very close to being down on the ground, but I do think he was able to get his hands under it and make that catch. And that will bring up 4th down and inches here for the Hancock Panthers. Chance, do you expect to maybe see that fullback that's under center maybe try and get this ball and then just get a couple feet?
I agree that. Defensive-wise, I'm probably sending my middle linebacker heavy up the middle right now and trying to do it. And I already see what appears to be Caleb. They've got Caleb Hall lining up right over the center on this play. This is interesting.
Empty set here this time for Hancock with a wide wishbone formation. They fake the handoff on a jet sweep. It's under center actually this time. I don't know if he got there, Chance. It was the fullback. It's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, we're going to need a measurement on this because the guy originally went to it and then he backed up to where he was at.
Chance, I was looking at Aiden McCarty the whole time because I was expecting
first down CBs.
How about that?
Now, who was that on the carry, Ethan? Do you remember?
I think that was Logan Hendershot. He's been the one that's lined up at the fullback position ever since Jaden McCarty has gone down injured. And by the way, he's still working out on the bench over on the far sideline. And trying to see. That could be a game breaker.
That could be a huge play for the CBs. Get that motivation going. Now let's see what we can do offensive-wise.
Under center here, I formation with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Caleb Hall gets the handoff. Goes across the 20 over to the 25. Stiff arms a man. Cuts back to the middle of the field. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. And just tackled by 2 Panthers, but he gets across into opponent territory, and he's down at the 46. I formation. We heard the defensive coordinator talk about it. Line up in the I, baby. Well, let's go and line up in the I again. We got a lot of yards on that carry.
7 to be exact, 41 yards by Caleb Hall on that one.
I thought LePeau and I were buddies, and he would have told me about a new formation wrinkle. I didn't know we were going to line up in the I.
There you go. You're going old stuff. You know what that was? That was a tribute, I think, to Coach Wilson.
Yeah.
You know, coming out, who is getting inducted into the Clay-Battelle Hall of Fame tonight along with 6 other people. And I'll say people, even though one of them 6 people is the group. I believe it was the either 56 or 59, the whole football team getting in.
Trying to see who that timeout was called on. Couldn't really tell by what the head referee said. I believe it might have been on Clay-Battelle.
Yeah, we're looking right now. When they update the scoreboard, we will update you listening.
9:54 left to go in the half, and Clay-Battelle, after getting a very, very important, crucial stop on 4th down and inches in the red zone. Game is won in the trenches. Game's won in the red zone. It's probably what lost us last week against Tigris Valley. Clay-Battelle CBs on both sides of the ball winning the red zone tonight.
Yes. Yeah, scoring before even getting into it the last time, then doing what got done to them last week by stopping once they Hancock got inside the 20. And that run by Caleb Hall, we were having talks with the coaches, and we feel like he's just a step away before he takes one to the house for like 80 yards. And he was really, really close there, probably a quarter of a step for that one being there.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right, a running back on each side. Maverick to Cohen's left, and he gets the handoff. Bounces across the 40, over to the 35. Gets into the open field, and he's across the 30, down to about the 27 for Maverick Gum. That was a powerful run by the senior.
That was 19 yards on the carry by Maverick. And we're moving it right down the field right now. 15 seconds have come off the clock on both of those plays. And we are, 41, another 21, 62 yards, I think, down the field already.
First down and 10 here. They're going to do the opposite formation with two receivers lined up to the right, one to the left. Maverick to Cohen's right, Hall to the left. Hall gets the handoff, bounces to the outside, gets across the 25, down to about the 23. That'll bring up second down and short, or actually about medium. Gain of about 4 on the play. That'll bring up second down and 6 for the CBs. I wanted to mention on that last play by Maverick, onto the weak side of the line. It was on that left side, opposite to where Cooper Statler and Gump is lined up, and we got some good blocking. All right, two receivers to the right, one to the left. They hand it off to Maverick on the left. He runs to the right, gets across the 20, over.
Be close to a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be really close to a first down. They're going to mark it third down and 1. Line to gain is about the 17.5. They've lined it up at the 18.5. So third down and 1. Break the huddle. Old-fashioned eye, baby. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Maverick Gum, the fullback. Caleb Hall, the running back. They hand it off, and it's to Hall. Hall gets across the 10. Over to the close to the 6. They're going to throw a flag on the play. That might be a horse collar tackle.
I felt the kid just done that clean. I did not see a penalty at all. They're holding the chains. I never like it when they hold the chains. That leads me to believe there's a hold, but the flag came in late.
Flag came in late, and it was away from the offensive line.
Maybe he caught the face mask when he done that hit on him.
Ball is being placed right now at the 7-yard line. So not only inside the red zone, but in goal-to-go situation. They're going to move the ball forward. They're going to call a face mask on the defense.
That's going to be half the distance to the goal.
So that will move the ball from the 7 to the 3. And now you're in a goal line set here. So let's see what they do. Corey Cohen getting the play call from his head coach, Aaron Lepeau. Two receivers to the right, running back on each side. Hall is to Cohen's left. Hall gets the handoff. Jukes a man into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle.
Nice run there by Hall, but I'll also give credit to that line. J.J. Dodson at center and the right guard, was it Cooper Statler, opened up a hole you could drive a tractor trailer through. You could be delivering supplies to North Carolina, Tennessee area right now with the hurricane. You know, as much as we're having a good time here on a Friday night, you can't help but to think of our fellow Americans right now who are definitely struggling with the natural disaster.
I'll talk about that here in a second here. Vega set to kick the extra point. Low kick. They nod their head. Yes, it's good. 14-0 CBs. A new life, a new quarterback, no problem for the Clay-Battelle CBs. They take a 2-score lead over the Hancock Panthers. They are fired up on the sidelines. Chance, I wanted to talk about the hurricane devastation. I had the pleasure of working with Titan Roofing and a sponsor of ours. We ended up doing a remote broadcast where we were trying to get people to donate goods to take stuff down to North Carolina because Titan Roofing was taking trailers down to North Carolina today. We filled two 26-foot U-Hauls and a 15-foot trailer full of goods that we can send down to North Carolina. And we had $13,000 in cash donations that Titan Roofing was going to go to a hardware store, buy some chainsaws and some generators. So you can't thank this community here in Blacksville, here in Morgantown, here in Preston County, Marion County, all the people in this greater north central West Virginia area doing their part to help out the people devastated by Hurricane Helene.
No, and I mean the reports I get on Twitter and everything else, them people down there need that stuff drastically. And, it's us as American citizens that are going to make things happen, because you can't always depend on your government to be there, which I think this is a perfect scenario of seeing people down there now with their own personal helicopters helping people stuck in these mountains.
All right, kickoff set to go at the left hash on the 40. Brian Vega set to kick this one off here with 8 minutes left to go in the half, and Clay-Battelle with a 14-0 lead. Boots it, end over end, bounces at the 30, goes across Aiden Morris, and he has to backtrack. He cuts, goes to the far sideline, goes across the middle again, gets to about the 30-yard line, but is tackled by a host of Seabees at about the 30-yard line, and that is where the Hancock Panthers will take over.
Once again, I just want to put out there right now, I know that I believe it was Ponceroff that's been kicking off.
Vega's doing a great job.
Which Vega is it? Because
it is
you're
Brian
better with
Vega.
Brian Vega has been doing it. And I mentioned to you during practice, I was like, that is almost a perfect when you clear the first couple lines and then it gets down and you can see the bounce. Anybody who's ever tried to catch a football on a bounce understands you can't read which direction it's going to go. It's not like a basketball where you know where it's going. And it's causing issues for Hancock right now.
First down and 10 here. Heavy side to the right with a wide receiver, a wingback, and a fullback under center. Two guys set to take the snap here. Flag on the play. I think it's going to be an offsides here by Clay-Battelle. And they will move the ball forward, first down and 5. Hard count.
It ain't often you get 4 people to jump on that count, though, so I will give that quarterback credit.
Still first down.
Well, it was probably one of the coaches on Hancock saying, they're jumping the snap every time. Maybe do 1 on 2.
Yep. And, you never know when just that change of cadence can get somebody to jump. And now you get yourself on a 1st and 5 if you're Hancock, and that's much better than 1st and 10.
First down and 5 here. Same formation with 2 guys set to take the snap. Miscommunication on the snap this time. Flag on the play. I think it's going to go back to where it was.
Get a false start. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, 73 or 79 there? It looked like he stood up before the snap ever happened.
Tyler Hill was the one set to take the snap.
The offense, illegal procedure.
Hayden McCarty was the one who got penalized on the false start. And it looks like, so we're going to go back to where we started. 2 penalties later. 7:51 left to go in the half. Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 14-0. Same formation, tight to the right. Tyler Hill takes the snap. That's the tailback. He bounces, maybe gets a couple of yards, but he's not going to get very far past the line of scrimmage. And I think he's a little bit shaken up on the play. He took a while to get up.
Cooper Statler came in there on him and almost hit him with a clothesline right on the helmet and just wrapped up and ripped him down.
Some people would say that's illegal in some states.
I would say you're right on that, as rough as that looked on him.
All right, same formation, tight to the right, in an old-fashioned wing tee. 2 guys set to take the snap. It's Aiden this time. Aiden goes over to the right, gets a couple of balls, but the fumble, I thought the ball might have popped free. But it doesn't look like it did. And it'll be 3rd down and short, 3rd down and about 2 here for the Panthers. Be a great time for a miscue, a high snap, a tackle in the backfield. You got to imagine this is 4-down territory if you're not able to get the first down, but you get even no gain.
Yeah. I can maybe go there. I mean, you are deep in your territory.
But you're also down 2 scores. All right. Tight to the right. Reverse here to the wing back. He gets some blockers. He does get across the first down marker, and Damian Toothman wraps him, brings him down. It will be a first down for the Panthers. Chance, just when you think it's coming on that inside, they go to the outside.
And, I mean, he just good play calling
Yes.
what that is. And, I mean, you know me, I'm a 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of guy. And that's kind of what they're doing right now. They're not looking for the big play, just enough to move them. They want to move the chains in 3 plays. Get themselves in a position where if they got to do it on the 4th down, it's a much more manageable call.
Not to mention the fact that you might, if you get into the end zone here, you're going to take a lot of time off the clock. Tight to the right. Aiden gets the snap, tries to juke a couple of guys, somehow gets away, fumbles the ball. Is Clay-Battelle got it?
CB's ball.
Let's wait for the officials to signal.
He did.
And they do.
This one over here did.
Clay-Battelle, CB's football, the turnover ends up going the way of the CBs. This is a new life of the CBs. 5:46 left to go in this opening half. Clay-Battelle looks re-energized. This is a totally different ball team, club that we saw from last week.
I agree with you on that note. I mean, you're seeing emotion happening down there on the ball field, which is nice to see.
Just when Aiden McCarty really felt like he was going to do one of those tight rope acts again, he ended up forcing a turnover. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fake the handoff here. It's going to be a screen pass to Caleb Hall on a swing. He gets across the 30. He's over to the 25. 1 man to beat. Wrapped at the helmet, but he's in the red zone. Flag comes in. That'll be an extra 10 yards. Great play design there by Aaron Lepeau and the CB's offense. Really pulling out all the tricks and the bells and whistles. Nice, easy throw by Corey Cohen to get it to his running back, Caleb Hall. He gets into some space. He gets a big gain, and it's 1st down and 10 CBs in the red zone. Let's see how far this goes after the penalty, because it will be after the gain.
Face mask, inadvertent. On the white team.
So that'll be an extra.
Foul.
Yeah, that's going to be 5 yards, I believe. So that'll move it from the 17 to the 12. Thank you, Chance. Quick math. Not very good at it. English major. Sorry.
That's St. Mary's math coming out for you.
1st down.
We know we're not English majors if we're from St. Mary's. I can tell you that.
Trips receivers to the right. Running back on each side. No tight ends. Maverick is to Cohen's right. Hall is to Cohen's left. Hall gets the handoff. Doesn't get past the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss on the play. Good play by number 51, Timmy Tingler.
No gain at all on that one for Hall.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Chance first trip for the second trip for the CBs in the red zone this time.
Yeah, that one there, Hall didn't get much of a chance. The line didn't help him out a whole lot. Good play by the Hancock player at the same time.
This is, I think, the first play between the 20 and the 10-yard line, though. They line up in the eye with the slot. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They hand it off to the running back, Hall. Hall's got some space. Grass ahead of him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle. They take a 3-score lead. How about this CB side, Chance?
There seems to, I don't know what happened last week in practice, but I can tell you this. Somebody got on that line and told them it's time to start hitting somebody because the holes that we're getting, and them's not small boys on Hancock. I seen them on the sideline.
This might be the biggest line that we've faced so far this year.
I agree, and we are just opening up holes.
Extra point up. Extra point good. 21-0 CBs with 5:08 left to go in the first half. Whew. My goodness, Chance. It's fun again.
It is fun again, and, look at the sideline. You see some emotion. You see the high five. You see the coaches coming out and trying to keep these players motivated. I can tell you this, Cooper Statler may go to IHOP after this because he definitely deserved a pancake right there. He took that boy right to the ground. Put a little strawberry syrup on him.
Pancake? That was a hot cake.
Done a little strawberry syrup on him, and he's going to enjoy that.
All right. So once again, 5:08 left to go here in the half. Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 21-0 over the Hancock Panthers. Decent crowd on hand tonight, a little bit cooler. But Coach Lepeau, he talked to me before the game. He said, I kind of like these games because the turf's still a little bit hot. Fans in the stands are a little bit cool. Everybody's happy. They're going to have some layers on. It's fall weather, folks. It's ball weather, football weather.
This is when you want. This is the type of weather you want to play football in. And if something we can bring up with 5:08 to go in the second quarter here, with the CB's leading 21-0, is we have yet, knock on wood, I will knock on wood as I say this, have yet to see a CB cramp up, which is, we've seen some, what was it, liquid IV getting brought in.
Second half is when that thing comes into play, though.
Well, I felt like we had cramps in the first half last week.
All right. Little squib kick this time. It goes straight to a defender at the 40. And I think the ball didn't go out, but it's good defending there by the Seabees.
That was Cooper Statler hit him, but was unable to hang on to it.
I think that was number 8.
It was Briston Reed was the next one to come in, which
young freshman.
Freshman I see there. That
skinny kid laying down the wood.
You love to see them special teams, see them freshman players get out there and contribute.
I know that was out to the 45-yard line, so Hancock will have pretty good field position to start out, but I still think that was excellent special teams coverage there by the Seabees. All right, they break the huddle tight to the right in the old-fashioned wing tee. They're close to us this time on the near sideline, so I can see who snaps the ball without my binoculars. Aiden takes the snap, waits for his blocks to develop, breaks a couple tackles. Tyson ain't going to let him go a second time. He's in backfield for a loss. Second down and about 11 here. They're going to mark him with a loss of 1. Clock needs to run here. There we go. Clock runs. 4:50 left to go in the half. Second down and 11 for the Panthers.
Once again, you're just seeing them swarm. We're seeing, all right, I'll word it this way. Last week we talked about heart. We talked about emotion and everything else. But what I see right now is a team who is playing as a team. And that's what this team's got to do, because you don't have a true superstar out there on that field like we've had with Zach Hall, like we've had with Shriver. Was it Carson, if I'm correct? Carson Shriver. This team's got to win by playing as a team.
Second down and 11. Tight to the right. Hard count.
That is false start on Hancock.
I think that might have been a false start on Hancock. Both guys kind of jumped.
17 moves. So
what are they going to call here?
A dead ball, number 17 on white.
There you go. Good call, Chance. Good eye. False start. That'll move it from 2nd and 11 to 2nd and 16 here. Ball is now at the 39-yard line. The line to gain is the 45 of Clay-Battelle.
Carson Mercer bid on that, and what I noticed Cameron Mercer, my bad. Yes, Cameron Mercer. But what I noticed with that is Cameron is watching the feet of that fullback instead of the ball, because as soon as that man moved, he was running it.
TJ Barr lined up right directly under that center. And it looks like it's the fullback or the running back, Tyler Hill,
got a flag
set to take
on the play coming in.
Yeah.
I can tell you this, the guy on the far sideline, the line judge, plays some cornhole. He's probably met my dad a time or two, because that was a perfect pitch right there.
Offensive holding.
Wow.
White.
2 consecutive penalties on consecutive plays on the offense.
Hancock can't afford that right now. You're down 3 scores. You've got great field position to start off this drive.
You're an offense that relies on having not beyond 10 yards.
Yes.
51 on white.
That moves the ball back to the 32 of Hancock. Once again, the line to gain is the 45 of Clay-Battelle. 3:48 left to go in the half.
But you're right. I noticed, like you said, Barr's right over the center. It was Caleb Hall earlier.
In a 4-point stance. All right. Spread wishbone formation. They're going to do a jet sweep here to Tyler Hill. And Tyson Price says, "You ain't going nowhere." Another loss on the play. That brings it beyond the 30 to the 29-yard line. Third down. And this CB's team, I'm not going to say defense, I'm not going to say offense, the CB side is playing like their lives depended on it. Chance, I talked to you when we were on our way here. I said, I don't think we've seen us play our best football yet by a long shot. This is best football.
Yeah, this is the type of team that can get you in to the WVSACC playoffs if they can play like this for the next, 4 weeks we got left after this.
Ball at the 29 here. Number 55, Carson Moore on the edge, ready to take it. Aiden takes a deep pass, and it's picked off by Josiah Morgan. Seabees, first down and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Josiah Morgan read the play like a book, played the ball, not the man, and it's first down. More catches on the defensive end now than you had last week on the offensive end. Chance, this is fun.
This is fun. It is nice to see the boys bouncing back, and we had that talk afterwards, and
interception, great ball.
We've talked about the point how you come back after getting hit in the mouth, and this is nice to see from the Seabees what we're doing here.
Timeout by Hancock. They had too many men on the field. The coach saw it, called a timeout. New formation also for the Seabees. We'll see if they come out in it again.
Okay. I was believing maybe that Hancock called that timeout because they seen I didn't have the stats caught up yet. And they were wanting
helping
to make
you
sure
out.
I was able to get this caught up.
Corey Cohen doing the chicken dance, by the way.
You know, you look down there, you look on the sideline. The first thing I can bring to my point is there's no hands on the hips. Everybody's looking at the coach, and that's a good sign.
I mean, this is just, by the way, the injured players for tonight for the Seabees. Alex Dancer, who is the starting center, which, by the way, J.J. Dawson, been doing absolutely phenomenal at the center position. But you only see 3 guys on the sideline in sweatpants. By the way, all coordinated, wearing the black sweatpants and the gray jerseys.
Yes, they all 3 got a gray hoodie. Or no, 2 gray hoodies and 1 blue hoodie down there.
I told Ponceroff when they were warming up, I said, hey, take your jersey off so they don't know it's you. You know what?
I do see Toothman on the training table. I don't know if that's something we need to keep an eye on, if he's just taking a rest over here or what it is.
So they are going to line up in that same formation. It's trips receivers to the right, but in a bunch formation. Corey Cohen drops back to pass. He's going to throw a deep ball wobbler, but he's got a wide open target. It's Landon Savage. Landon Savage fumbles the ball. And it's going to be Hancock football. Hang on. Are they going to rule him down?
There's no way he was down.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
We got a flag on the play. That's why they're motioning to the sticks to stay. I wonder if we're going to get a roughing the passer because there's 2 flags down. Just looking at where the flags are, that's where I'm coming up with the roughing the passer. Now I do see somebody putting on. I think this is still going to be Hancock's ball.
Yeah, I think it might be holding on the offense.
We have a hold on the offense on the play.
It's all right.
Loose ball fumble. White recovered. They will decline the penalty.
So they will decline the penalty, and it will be first down and 10 for Hancock. And Chance, I don't think Corey Cohen made a bad read. It just kind of came out of his hands a little bit wobbly. I wonder if he got hit on the arm. It was a kind of an arm punt. But at the same time, though, it still delivered the catch. Unfortunately, Landon Savage just dropped the ball.
He got there, and I don't think he expected that cornerback to catch him as quick as he did. He was paying attention to the guy in front of him, and the defender came back, and I think the guy from behind just came and hammered the football out of him.
All right, first down and 10 here for Hancock. Tight to the right. Aiden gets the snap, but it's going to be a reverse here to number 1, Jacob Anderson, the wingback. And he gets a decent carry on the play. Now, Chance, this is where you need to have a little bit of maturity. One thing went wrong. It's okay. You're still up by 3 scores.
You pretty well, right, what you did right here was you switched 1 interception for a fumble. Like, nothing's changed. They still got the ball.
You
except
essentially
they
punted
were first and 10. Yes, you punted
just
it.
3 downs early.
Like you wish that you wouldn't have fumbled it, but at the same time, it's not horrible. You switch the field position.
2nd down and about 2 here. They line up tight to the right again. 2 guys set to take the snap. It is the running back
Aiden.
Tyler Hill.
Was that Hill on that one? Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't Aiden. And Chance, I'll tell you my trick to telling which one's who is who. Aiden McCarty has a pink arm sleeve on his right arm.
Okay, I'll have to start keeping an eye on that then.
As of course, this is October, so Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They line up in the same formation here. Aiden takes the snap. He's looking like he might pass. Jukes a man. Gets across the 35. Stiff arms T.J. Barr. Somehow ends up doing a tightrope act and not getting out of bounds. But Josh Wilson said, "You ain't getting me twice."
No, did not give up on the play, and that's the sweetest thing I can bring up about that is he did not give up on that play. Loss of a good 7, if not 8 on that play. I'm going to make it 8. And I, once again, impressed by Wilson on that because he got beat. He fell down. You could have quit.
He also ran a long way, too. Josh Wilson is the edge on the opposite end of where that play was. So he had to run a long way. All right, 2nd down and 13 here for the Panthers. Going to do a reverse here to Anderson. Anderson gets maybe down to the 39. It's going to be about at the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 10 as we approach the final minute of this first half. All right, do you take a shot here if you're Hancock? Say you have nothing to lose?
I can believe in that. I'll say you can take a shot. Just nothing else. You just try to pick up the 1st down and go from there. But they are letting the clock run down, which makes you think they may just try a deep shot. But at the same time, with much time running down, they may also be willing to just run the ball here and go in at halftime.
They line up in a spread wishbone formation here. Only guy in the backfield set to take the snap is Aiden. Aiden motions a wing back, and a little bit of miscommunication here. And they get it in the backfield. Timeout called by Clay-Battelle with 11.5 seconds left. You're trying to get maybe a big punt return. I wouldn't be surprised also to see Hancock maybe go for it. You say, okay, we're just going to throw a deep shot, and if you tip it, you still have to go 30 yards in one play to the end zone.
But if you get sacked, the clock's going to stop on the change of possession, and you're going to give them a chance, which we've seen Corey's arm already. Mm-hmm. The 25-yard line is nothing for Corey to hit somebody in the end zone with a nice spiral.
We've seen him throw off his back foot, hit it with perfect accuracy 30 yards down the field. He's certainly got the arm.
Look down here with the Dancer, the hurt center here. He's running water out to the boys. He wants to be involved some way. Can't help him on the field right now, but he'll help keep him hydrated.
Hall is the man back deep for the Seabees. See what they line up with here.
They are going to line up to punt.
They are lining up to punt. Hall being told to come up. I don't think they want to return it.
Now they're motioning him
back. Now they're motioning him back. You got to be worried about a fake here, though. But at the same time, if the snap is a little bit high, you got to go in and go after it. High punt. Bounces at about the 40. Clock keeps a rolling, so this will be the final play of the half here. And that will be it. So Clay-Battelle will go into the locker room up by 3 scores, 21-0 over the Hancock, Maryland Panthers. We'll take an extended break, and when we come back, we'll have the halftime report here on WAJR.com.
Ready to stay in the game without digestive issues slowing you down? Mon Health brings state-of-the-art care and equipment to tackle your digestive discomfort. We'll help you navigate your GI playbook from lab tests to endoscopies with personalized care every step of the way. Don't fumble when it comes to your health. Call 304-598-2700 to get seen sooner. Choose Mon Health, the winning team for digestive care.
For 150 years, Lang Monument has helped Morgantown area families honor their loved ones with beautiful monuments. I'm Rob Lang, and the dedication from my family that began in 1874 continues in 2024. From selection of granite, marble, or bronze to engraving and installation, a member of my family will be by your side for generations to come. Lang Monument, Don Knotts Boulevard, across from the Wharf District. See our selection online at langmonument.com.
Game day is all about fast moves and quick action, and so is Mon Health's ER. Whether it's a minor injury or something more serious, we're ready to get you back in the game. No delays or unnecessary timeouts, just top-notch care that puts you first. When you need care, don't get stuck on the sidelines. Head to Mon Health, where fast wait times are our winning play. Choose Mon Health. Feel the difference. Visit monhealth.com for real-time wait times today.
This is the WHAR Halftime Show, presented by the Mon Health System. Feel the difference.
Welcome back to Blacksville, West Virginia, where we are at halftime, and the Clay-Battelle Seabees lead by a score of 21-0 over the Hancock, Maryland Panthers. Chance, Hancock's not even going to the locker room. They're on the far sideline, sitting there talking about things, making adjustments. I think that may be just a force of habit if you're Hancock. I don't think they actually go to the locker room at home either. We've taken 2 trips there.
No, it's a steep hill to get up there. Beautiful field, but a steep hill to get off of it.
Absolutely. All right, so Chance, let's take a look at some scores going on around the state of West Virginia. We'll start off with Quad A. Number 1, Spring Mills leading number 6, Washington, 24-0 in the second quarter. Musselman trailing to Martinsburg 42-0 in the second quarter. The Metro News Quad A game of the week, number 5 Morgantown against number 4 Wheeling Park. That game is tied at 7 in the second quarter. Number 7 Huntington leading Cabell Midland 28-0 in the second quarter. Woodrow Wilson up on Preston in AAA 7-0. AAA Capital trailing George Washington 16-0. Number 12 Jefferson defeating Hedgesville by a score of 42-13. And in the second quarter, University is playing Butler, PA. Moving on to AAA now. Fairmont Senior up on Buchanan Upshur 21-0. Bridgeport up on Brook 34-0. Princeton up on Winfield 21-7. Oak Hill and Independence tied at 7. Nitro up on Ripley 30-6. Philip Barber in AA is up 7-0 over Berkeley Springs. Grafton up 14-10 over number 8 Grafton at halftime. Hurricane, Quad A Hurricane up on St. Albans 21-0 in the first quarter. Greenbrier East up on Shady Spring 14-0 in the second quarter. Point Pleasant up on Roberts E. Byrd 14-7 in the second quarter. Kaiser up on Weir 21-0 in the first quarter. Hampshire and North Garrett, Maryland up tied at 7 in the first quarter. Warren, local Ohio, taking on the John Marshall Monarchs, and that game is scoreless in the first quarter. Moving on to AA now. Frankfort is up on Mountain Ridge, Maryland, 14-3 in the second quarter. Roan up on Poca, 30-0 in the second quarter. St. Mary's in Single A is up on South Harrison, 14-8 in the second quarter.
I did not see that coming. We have been having a good season.
Herbert Hoover in AAA is up on Chapmanville 14-0 at halftime. Williamstown trailing the Marietta, Ohio Tigers 7-0 at halftime. Westside up on Liberty Raleigh 21-14. Wayne up on Lincoln County 6-0 in the second quarter. Wheeling Central up on a DC squad 14-0. Liberty Harrison up on Braxton County 14-0. Nothing between Midland Trail and Nicholas County. Same score between Scott and Mingo Central. Lewis County in AAA up on Lincoln 13-6 in the second quarter. Pikeview up on Sissonville 14-7. And Mount View and Wyoming East scoreless in the first quarter. The all-important single A scores: Tug Valley and Tulsa scoreless, as is Riverview and Sherman. Wahama up on Reedsville, Ohio, 21-10 in the second quarter. Tucker County up on Pendleton County, 6-0. Doddridge County up on Petersburg, 27-0 at halftime. Cameron up on Weirton Madonna, 26-0 in the second quarter. Fort Fry up on Greenbrier West, 21-0 at halftime. Think of this chance for a road trip. You remember how far Fort Fry is in Ohio, right? It's a little bit over towards the Marietta area. Well, they went to Greenbrier West this Friday. They probably left at 8 p.m. yesterday and still just made it to the game about an hour before kickoff. 21-0 once again, Fort Fry over Greenbrier West at halftime. Meadow Bridge, the team that Clay-Battelle is taking on next on the road, leads Gilmer County 13-12 in the second quarter. Tyler Consolidated up on Magnolia 21-0 in the second quarter. Buffalo and Calhoun County tied at 8. Montcalm is losing to Roanoke Catholic in Virginia 6-0 in the second quarter. East Hardy up on Pocahontas County 20-6. Tigris Valley up on Richwood 14-0 in the first quarter. Ritchie County up on Ravenswood 21-0. 100 trailing to Southern Garrett, Maryland 14-0. And that is it for your scores. Chance, I know you seemed a little bit surprised by the Marietta versus Williamstown score. Marietta, not too bad this year as far as opponents go. This is probably one of the toughest opponents that they'll face all season.
Well,
but I know
an Ohio team. It still just shocks you anytime you see Williamstown down because we know the program that they have.
Yeah, but your St. Mary's Blue Devils doing extremely well tonight here against a team fighting for hosting a playoff spot in Double-A, South Harrison.
Yes, and I mean that's what shocked me when you said that, because this is not a good year for St. Mary's high school football.
But Jody Moe always gets his team ready to play.
Yep, and I know that what I know about South Harrison. If they're still the same as I've seen most of the years, they're running the same offense. We brought up the point that sometimes you have to change your offenses to fit your personnel, and if Jody knows what you're running, he normally can put up a scheme together to at least slow you down. It ain't going to say that by the end of the night we won't see South Harrison on top, but they're at least going to have to fight for it tonight.
I will say, though, that in South Harrison you don't run your formation based off your personnel. At South Harrison, you fit your personnel to the offense, starting in Pee Wee.
Yes, because they're going to run. It's like Bridgeport. They're going to run the same offense no matter what. You just got to figure out a way to stop it for them.
So we wanted to mention they're doing the halftime Hall of Fame ceremonies, and the guy who is next is near and dear to our hearts here at Clay-Battelle CB's football broadcast, and that is Ryan Wilson, the head coach of the CBs that retired over this past offseason, making his first appearance on Clay-Battelle CB's football field here tonight. And we honestly got to say that we couldn't be prouder of our former head coach here tonight, and I can't wait to go over and talk to him after the game.
Yeah, I agree. Just to mention some of the others, I don't know their names. I do know that the first 1,000-point scorer in Clay-Battelle female basketball, girls basketball, however you want to put it, is one of the people getting inducted in tonight. Like I said, it's either the 56 or 59, the whole football team. I do believe one of Wilson's, I think if I understood the athletic director correctly, it's going to be one of Wilson's brothers getting inducted in for his time as coach and player getting put in. I'm trying to think of something. The first all-state football player, I think, from 1979 is getting recognized tonight. Just a lot of great players. Found out from the athletic director. It's the second year they've done this, and it's just nice to see all these people getting recognized for their contribution to Clay-Battelle High School sports.
As we're seeing Ryan Wilson coming over to midfield now, being walked by his wife and I believe his daughter. Maybe I don't know if that's his son or his son-in-law, But Coach Wilson also said he wanted to spend more time with his granddaughter. Well, he brought his granddaughter with him here tonight as he gets introduced at the 40-yard line by the principal and head athletic director J.R. Kraft as he shakes his hand.
And, I did have a talk earlier, and I know that, it wasn't easy for Coach Wilson to walk away from this. He would have loved to have done one more year, but it is that point in time you got to, when family comes in, like when there's times I'm not here, for those of you who don't know me, I've got 3 young girls out there that normally if I'm not here, it involves something going on with them. Left here last week at probably 11 out of the coach's station, and by 8:15 the following morning had to be in Ripley with my girls at a cross-country meet.
I don't know how you did that, by the way.
And I will have to be up early tomorrow to be in Ritchie County for a cross-country meet. But, like I said, he looked at this program as family, but there is that blood family, too, you have at home. And you've got to congratulate him on the point of him and his wife getting to go and just spend a little bit more time, like you said, with the granddaughter and see her grow. Looking from here, she can't be much more than 2 years old, I'd say, right now.
Well, she's having trouble walking.
Yeah, so there she is. She's up and going now. She's at the 50, the 49. Okay, she started to make a break for it before Mom got old over there.
Mom tackled her at the 49-yard line and is now pushing her back to her own side of the field. So
the forward progress has stopped.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the halftime stats here on WAJR.com.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
For over 2 decades, Morgantown Power Sports has been serving Morgantown and the surrounding area, providing the highest customer service and overall value in the power sports industry. Home to Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and KTM. You'll find everything you need for your on- and off-road enjoyment, including a full line of parts and accessories. Morgantown Power Sports, a proud supporter of high school athletics, on the mile ground or online at morgantownpowersports.com.
When the whistle blows, your favorite player will be ready, but will you look the part? MPB Print and Sign Superstore helps you support your favorite team or player with personalized gear. Cheer them on in style with custom apparel for teams, players, and families. Don't stop there. Complete your look with some custom bags, flags, signs, and stickers. Not going to the field? Brand some apparel for your upcoming event or fundraiser. All at mpbonline.com. A proud supporter of high school athletics.
For 150 years, Lang Monument has helped Morgantown area families honor their loved ones with beautiful monuments. I'm Rob Lang, and the dedication from my family that began in 1874 continues in 2024. From selection of granite, marble, or bronze to engraving and installation, a member of my family will be by your side for generations to come. Lang Monument, Don Knotts Boulevard, across from the Wharf District. See our selection online at langmonument.com.
Now back to the Mon Health System Halftime Report on WAJR.
Welcome back to the Halftime Report here on WAJR.com. Once again, sponsored by the Health System, Mon Health System. Feel the difference at monhealth.com. We are about 6 minutes away. About 8 minutes away from kicking off the second half. CBs will receive to start the second half after deferring and winning the toss. Chance, you wanted to give me a little bit of stats here before we go into the second half?
We can. We'll start out with Hancock. We'll start out with the team stats of 78 total yards in that first half. They do have 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 fumble. Aiden McCarty is 11 rushes for 8 yards rushing. He has 2 for 3 passing for 15 yards and interception. The 1 reception for 11 yards by Ethan Hill leading them receiving. Then you move on to the CBs. They have 1 turnover, the fumble by Landon Savage there towards the end of the second quarter. They have 213 total yards. Passing-wise, we have Corey Cohen, who is 4 of 4 for 106 yards and a TD. Receiving-wise, you have Landon Savage, 3 catches for 83 yards, 1 TD, and the 1 fumble he'd like to have back. And then rushing-wise, 7 carries for 84 yards for Caleb Hall and 3 carries for 23 yards for Maverick Gum. Now, the one thing to keep in mind, which, you know, if you listen, I am a big time of possession guy. The CBs have 4 possessions for 8.5 total minutes in that first half. Hancock, 5 possessions, 15.5 minutes. We've had some quick scores this week, and that's the reason that time of possession for Clay-Battelle is a little bit lower. But I know that, you know, it's one of those. The reason I bring it up is we have had cramping be an issue for the CBs. A little bit cooler tonight. Let's hope that don't become a problem. Like I said, we seen liquid IV in the coach's room. I know we're trying to do things to keep these kids from cramping up. The coach talking about the point, it feels like, you know, if you're practicing 3 hours every night after school, that you should get to the point that we're in good enough shape that we're not cramping up. And let's hope we don't see that. Let's hope we've resolved that issue this week, and time of possession will not matter. The nice part is, as you said, we'll start out this second half with the ball, and let's hopefully take a drive down the field, take a little bit of time off the clock, put one in the end zone. Talk about putting, you know, that final bite in the gazelle by the lion, we'll say, out there in the desert. And that's what
you're quoting LePeau there.
Yes, we need that. We need to figure out how to do the kill shot, as I call it, to where we put a team out to the pasture and, you know, finish them off and know that they have no chance of coming back. We didn't do that last week. Let's see if we can take this opening drive in the second half and come out. I can tell you this, Corey Cohen, every pass the boy has had tonight has been impressive. It's been on target. He did have a wobbly one, but it's
still got to the receiver.
Still got to the receiver, and that's the way we got to look at it right now. You know, a young quarterback who is growing before our eyes right now, and it'll be interesting to see in the second half what we do at this point in time with him. You may see it. You normally don't see it up 21, 28, nothing. But at the same time, you want to get that kid some experience throwing the ball, and you may see us open it up a little bit more in the second half more than you expect.
He's also not a guy who's ever been afraid of contact, ever. Corey Cohen. I'd like to see him maybe run the ball a few. So, all right, Chance, we're about 5 minutes away from the second half kicking off here, and we'll take an extended break, and when we come back, second half action here on WAJR.com.
Now, back to the Insurance Center's post-game.
Breathing easy is key both on and off the field. At Mon Health, our pulmonary care team tackles everything from asthma to complex respiratory conditions, delivering personalized, comprehensive care. Our expert physicians work together to break down your treatment options so you and your loved ones can make the right play for your health. Ready to breathe easy? Schedule your appointment today at monhealth.com/pulmonary. Choose Mon Health. Feel the difference.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
When you attend football games, do you rush to get a seat at the back of the bleachers for back support? Back pain is a common problem and can often be relieved with physical therapy treatments. If you have back pain, see your doctor and ask for a physical therapy prescription. Then see the physical therapy professionals at HealthWorks. With 9 nearby locations, finding quality care doesn't need to be a headache. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks. Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
Keeping high school athletes healthy is something that HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness takes great pride in. That's why our certified athletic trainers work with many area schools during practice and on the sidelines during tonight's game. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in sports, at work, and at home. At HealthWorks, our goal remains the same, to get you back in action. When you need physical therapy, you need HealthWorks. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
When the whistle blows, your favorite player will be ready, but will you look the part? MPB Print and Sign Superstore helps you support your favorite team or player with personalized gear. Cheer them on in style with custom apparel for teams, players, and families. Don't stop there. Complete your look with some custom bags, flags, signs, and stickers. Not going to the field? Brand some apparel for your upcoming event or fundraiser. All at mpbonline.com. A proud supporter of high school athletics.
For 150 years, Lang Monument has helped Morgantown area families honor their loved ones with beautiful monuments. I'm Rob Lang, and the dedication from my family that began in 1874 continues in 2024. From selection of granite, marble, or bronze to engraving and installation, a member of my family will be by your side for generations to come. Lang Monument, Don Knotts Boulevard, across from the Wharf District. See our selection online at langmonument.com.
For over 2 decades, Morgantown Power Sports has been serving Morgantown and the surrounding area, providing the highest customer service and overall value in the power sports industry. Home to Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and KTM. You'll find everything you need for your on- and off-road enjoyment, including a full line of parts and accessories. Morgantown Power Sports, a proud supporter of high school athletics, on the mile ground or online at morgantownpowersports.com.
Ready to stay in the game without digestive issues slowing you down? Mod Health brings state-of-the-art care and equipment to tackle your digestive discomfort. We'll help you navigate your GI playbook from lab tests to endoscopies with personalized care every step of the way. Don't fumble when it comes to your health. Call 304-598-2700 to get seen sooner. Choose Mod Health, the winning team for digestive care.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WHAR.
1 minute away from starting the second half of action here between the Clay-Battelle CBs and the Hancock Panthers of Maryland. And your score, Clay-Battelle 21, Hancock nothing. Clay-Battelle will receive to start the second half. Chance, what are you looking for maybe out of this offense? Just that killer instinct to put this team away?
Yes, that's the main thing I want to see right now is an opening drive that no matter how you get there, if it's running the ball, if it's passing the ball, I just want to see a team that takes it down, puts it in the end zone, and lets Hancock know it ain't happening tonight.
I completely 100% agree with you. Also, another thing we got to watch out for is to see just the overall health of the players. Are we going to see cramps? Is the conditioning getting a little bit better?
I agree, and I mean, I'm hoping the cooler weather is helping that. I kind of brought that up at halftime. Time of possession, Hancock leads drastically. Now their style of offense leads to that, and we've had some big plays. It's not that we've went pass heavy. It's just the point everything we've ran seems to have worked for big yardage. Even the Landon Savage fumble that he had was a 41-yard reception before he fumbled it. Mm-hmm. Like, he was close, and I know what he was doing as a player. I watched it up here. He was looking at the safety who was about to hit him, and the guy come in from the backside at full speed who hadn't given up on the play and just punched that ball right out. It was more of a good play by Hancock than a bad ball security by Savage.
I actually tend to agree with that. This will be the first return team chance for the CBs, as you know they held the Hancock Maryland Panthers scoreless in the first half. Josiah Morgan, Landon Savage back deep to receive. That second line, Maverick Gum, Caleb Snodgrass, I believe that's Tyson Price, and Toothman out there. but it will bounce and fall the way of Landon Savage, but it does get past him, and he has to pick it up at his own 15-yard line. Tries to bounce a couple tackles, but is not going to get away the second time, and the Seabees will have a long field ahead of them at their own 15-yard line, set to take over for the second half.
Yeah, it'd been nice there to see Josiah make the block for Landon there. He kind of olayed the guy coming in, and that's not what you need to do. You need to lay the block down, give Savage a chance to get his feet under him.
So CB's working from left to right here. The ball is on the near hash. Savage limping a little bit as he gets over to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, I formation. They hand it off to Hall. Hall bounces off a couple tackles, but going to get a minimal gain on the play.
I seen Cooper pull there on that play.
Mm-hmm. Hall did the kind of motion down thing, says, I'm good, give it to me again. Gain of about 2 on the play, so that'll bring up second down and, actually no, gain of about 3 on the play. So we'll bring up second down and 7. For the second play of scrimmage from the second half, I formation again. Maverick Gum the fullback, Caleb Hall the running back. Going to roll out to pass here, Cohen. Pumps, throws to Maverick Gum. He's got it complete across the near sideline, gets across the 35, near the 40, down at the 41. First down for the Seabees. That looked like not a quarterback's first start.
No, it didn't. He hit him in stride, headed to the sideline, but gave him the opportunity to catch the ball so he could turn it up, and then a little block. And the next thing you know, Maverick's still running 22 yards later.
First time we've really been able to see Maverick Gump get into the open field in the passing game. He was also lined up at that fullback position. All right, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Maverick to Cohen's left and Caleb Hall to the right of the quarterback. Going to do a little swing pass to Hall. Hall cuts across the 40, makes a man miss. Smacked and sandwiched between 2 defenders, gets very close to midfield, down at about the 49. It'll bring up second down and short. You felt like the Panthers thought they had that play read out. They thought it was going to be a handoff to Hall, kind of an inside zone. What does he do? He goes behind the quarterback, fakes the handoff to Maverick Gum, and then does a nice little swing pass. By the way, that was a tight rope that he threw that into because there was a defender coming on that side that could maybe have tipped it or even picked it off. I formation here, 2 receivers to the right. Hand it off to Hall. Hall gets across the first down marker and a little bit more. He goes down at about the 45-yard line. First down and 10 for the Seabees. Good-looking drive here.
Yeah,
if you're the Seabees.
Cooper Statler, once again, it's kind of funny to watch. You see the pancake get made. He went to IHOP again. But the funny part was he ran him over, the whistle blew, and Statler came back and picked the guy up and went back to the huddle. And it was nice to see that sportsmanship. I mean, it's about what you do between the whistles, not what, necessarily after is nice to see when you can just be a sportsmanship like that.
I formation, slot to the right. Going to fake the handoff here and roll to the right. Going to throw it over to Savage. He's got his receiver complete. Good throw by Corey Cohen. Over the back shoulder, and that's a difficult catch if you're Landon Savage, too. He made that look routine and easy. It's a gain of 8, second down and 2.
It is. You even hear the fans start cheering on Corey out there, and, people getting behind him, and as a young kid, you start to make them passes. You start to hear the fans cheer, and it just builds confidence in him, which is what he needs as a sophomore quarterback as he moves forward this season.
Second down and 2 for the Seabees. They line up 2 receivers to the right in a shotgun formation, running back on each side, lone receiver to the left. Handed off to Maverick Gum to the left side. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward.
I think he's going to get that first down.
If he doesn't, I will be very surprised. He does get the first down. Ball's marked at the 35-yard line. The line to gain was about the 36.5, so he got about half a yard past the first down marker. 8:30 left to go in the third quarter. Clay-Battelle still on their first drive of the second half, or the first drive of the second half total.
Up 21-0 right now, looking for more points.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Maverick on the left side, Hall on the right. Fake the handoff to Maverick, do a little bubble screen pass to Savage. He breaks a couple tackles, cuts across the middle of the field. He's at the 25 or 15 and down very close to the 10, and that is at the 11-yard line, first down and 10, but might as well be a goal-to-go situation for the Seabees. What an excellent play there by all involved. The blocking by, I believe that was Josiah Morgan, to really basically get in the way of 2 defenders.
Yes.
The elusiveness of Landon Savage to make both of those guys miss and then get into the open field, and delivering a nice ball on target by Corey Cohen.
Cohen is 24 yards on the reception. That puts Landon Savage over the century mark of 115 yards receiving for Savage Lands.
Fake the handoff to Maverick Gum. He's going to throw it over to the end zone. Savage over the shoulder. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle. 27-0. Corey Cohen has his second passing touchdown of the night, and it's a 4-score lead for the Seabees.
And there's that kill shot we were begging for last week, and we get it tonight. And you can't throw a ball better than that.
No disrespect to Ponceroff, but I think I want to see him at receiver.
I do,
when he
because
comes back.
I know what Ponceroff done last year with a good quarterback, and Corey Cohen is going to be that good quarterback. It will be fun to watch.
Extra point by Brian Vega. Good hold, good snap, good kick, and it's 28-0 Seabees.
I'm looking on that sideline right now, and I got to look over here at my roster. 63 Josh Wilson is coming over, headbutting and patting the kicker on the head. He's meeting the players as they come off. There's a boy that maybe listened to my broadcast saying somebody's got to show some emotion out there. And, we lost last week because we didn't make an extra point. We went for 2 both times and we missed it. I got a feeling that Coach LePeau looked at Vega and said, you know what, kid? You've been improving since week 1. You're going to get your shot tonight to make some extra points. If you show me you can do the job, it's going to be yours for the rest of the year. And I think right now he's 4 for 4. It's nice to see the field goal get made. I know it cost St. Mary's a championship years ago that we couldn't get a kicker. And then we went out and got a foreign exchange student from Mexico who could kick so that we could have a field goal kicker. And it's just nice to see. I know that me and you were talking earlier this year that Vega really wishes there was a soccer team here at Clay-Battelle. He can't have that, so he's doing the next best thing he can do. And from what I can tell, doing a really good job of it.
The senior has a younger brother who is a freshman. I wouldn't be surprised to see the other brother, Julian Vega.
Fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah, fumble on the kickoff. The return team just has to fall on it, Aiden McCarty. And Chance, I think one of the biggest surprises that you told me on the stat sheet, Aiden McCarty only has 8 yards rushing. Now, if you were to track in his cleats how many yards he's ran, I bet it would be about 160 because he's had to do a tightrope act all night long.
I agreed with that. He has done a lot of running, and the stat sheet just doesn't show it. That also puts Savage now with 2 TDs and 126 yards receiving on 6 receptions.
7.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Clay-Battelle has a 28-0 lead. Hancock has their first possession of the second half. Low snap, but McCarty is able to corral it. That's Aiden McCarty. Or no, sorry, I actually think that was somebody else. Who was that? That was
22?
number 30.
Was that 30?
That was Ethan Hill. Cooper Statler gets substituted for Brody Willard. I know Patrick ain't going to show up on the stat sheet, but boy, has he been working tonight. This whole line really has been working tonight. Same set, tight to the right. Aiden catches the snap, bounces off a few tacklers, equals his first half total, and
that was
I think that's actually going to move it more because he got 10 yards just on that one carry. First down for the Panthers.
That'll put him up to 20 yards now on 12 carries. That was a nice run. Nice block there by the right tackle also to open that hole up for him.
Chance, I'm sorry if I have to do this really quickly to you, but can you tell me how many negative carries Aiden has on the day?
He has 4 negative carries, 1 for 0.
So there you go. That's why it's at 8 yards. Tight to the right again. They're going to hand it off to the running back this time, Tyler Hill. Hill gets a yard, and that is it. Chance, we're seeing a little bit of reverse of kind of what happened last week. I think the right side of the offensive line is the stronger side of Hancock. They've lined it up tight to the right with all the blockers, the fullback, the wide receiver. Now the tight end's on the left side. That's because the left guard is the one snapping it. As we've talked about, kind of an unbalanced formation with 3 offensive linemen, a wing back, and then a fullback under the center, which is technically the right guard.
Got a referee stoppage right now.
Yeah.
He's up talking to the quarterback. Looks like we're just going to reset here and run this play. Yep, line him back up. Don't know what that was there, but the ref said something to the Hancock quarterback, and we are going to go back to snapping here.
All right. Aiden gets the snap, finds no room to run, doing a tightrope act, stiff arms Caleb Snodgrass, but Snodgrass, the instigator, does not let him go. Loss on the play makes that what, 5?
That 5 for a loss, yes. I mean, negative 4 yards on this, but 5 carries for a loss puts him back 13 carries for 16 yards. And, you know, it's a nice play by, let me check my roster, make sure I get it right. The instigators, you said, he got in front of them, and he first went to the right to force him to the inside. He went to the inside, he moves in. McCarty tries going back outside, and the instigator just would not let him get there.
3rd down and 13 here for the Panthers. They line up in a spread wishbone set. Going to do a jet sweep here to Tyler Hill. Hill breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, and Maverick Gum wraps him and throws him out of bounds, puts him back at the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Maverick Gum done his best to, you know, the headless horseman since we're in October.
Yes.
He tried his best to make sure that Hill was able to be that on October 31st. It was a hard hit on that sideline.
They're going to line up to punt here. Josiah Morgan back deep to return it. It's a tight punt formation. No wide, I guess you can call them defenders. Snap is good. Punt is away.
Cooper almost got to that. Sorry about that reaction there.
That's all right. Goes straight out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They weren't going to let him return it. Clay-Battelle takes over, 1st down and 10 at their own 31-yard line, up 28-0 over the Hancock Panthers. 4:33 left to go in the 3rd.
You know, with some of these changes I've seen, Ethan, we talked last week in the Tigers Valley game after watching the film and so on and talking to the coaches. We found out on the 83-yard run that 5 of the starters had tapped out on the same play, needing rest. And you see Cooper is not playing every down on defense or on offense. You know, he's switching in and out.
But you're getting good energy from those guys who are substituting in. I think that's the main thing. They hand it off to Caleb Snodgrass. Snodgrass bounces to the outside, gets across the 40 over to the 44. Flag comes in. I wonder what that's going to be. There's that nice little cornhole toss flag as you saw it there. Where are they going? It's the white hat. So I wonder what this flag's going to be.
As long as this don't come back, that will put Hall over the century mark to 104.
No, that was Snodgrass.
Was that Snodgrass?
That was Snodgrass.
My bad. I need to correct that then.
No, it's Snodgrass's first carry of the game.
There's no flag for horse collar on the play. He went forward.
All right. So no flag on the play. And the ball is at the 44-yard line. Caleb Snodgrass, what was his first carry of?
13 yards there.
13 yards.
It caught me off guard there.
Yeah.
Caleb's been back there all night long.
Snodgrass still in the game, lined up on the left side of the quarterback. Maverick to the right. Low snap here. Snodgrass does a good job of falling on it immediately. Aiden McCarty lays the hit. J.J. Dawson with his first miscue of the night. It's all right. Play another day. Second down and about 20 here for Clay-Battelle. Snap was a little low, but you didn't have a catastrophic turnover. You were able to fall on it. A little bit more yards to go, though. Corey receiving the play call from Aaron LePeau. They break the huddle here. They're going to line up in a bunch formation here to the left, a lone receiver to the right. That's Landon Savage is the lone receiver.
Better snap that time.
Yeah, Cohen. Oh, just out of the reach of Maverick Gum. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chance, but that is the first incompletion of the night by Corey Cohen.
He is 8 of 9 right now. That is his first incompletion. That was a little bit scary.
It's a hard throw because he was backpedaling with a defender coming at him.
It didn't get picked off, which is the key right there, because there was a defender close to it. That could have been a much worse, but he was able to get at least enough ump on it to get it out of that interception area.
Third down and about 19 here for Clay-Battelle. 3:26 left to go in the third quarter. Clay-Battelle has a 28-0 lead.
I just seen Corey Cohen's younger brother with one good arm tossing the ball to Ponceroff, saying, you may want to get ready to do this next week.
They hand it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass gets across the 40, across the 45, and keeps going, churning yards. Very close to the 50, down at about the 47. It will bring up fourth down and, I want to say, 7 here for the CBs. Probably the first punting chance. I think Cooper Statler might be the punter tonight.
I see Corey's still out there right now, but he is also lining up to
as the
snap
long
the ball.
snapper.
Yeah, I was like, what's he doing?
He knows that's the fastest way to D1 football. A little bit late on the substitution here. Gump comes out. Cooper Statler to receive the snap. The snap is good. Boot is away, and it's
nice
a good
kick.
one. Bounces at the
nice
20,
roll.
into the 10, down to the 5, into the 3, down to the 2, down to the 1.
Foot line. 1 foot line. Nice play by Cooper Statler.
Dance like McAfee, Coop. You deserve it. And you know what? It's okay. You can celebrate a punt like that. Normally you wouldn't want to celebrate a punt, but you're up 28-0. You forced 5 losses on the play, and guess what? You only need a loss of 1 yard to get an extra 2 for a safety. Boy, wouldn't that be a confidence booster if you're the CBs.
It's time right here. If I'm the coach, I'm letting the linebackers
pin their ears back and go.
Yep. Shoot the gap right now.
Cooper Statler comes out. I think he's a little bit disappointed because he says, Coach, I want the 2.
That's right. Let me get in there.
This is my one and only chance to score.
And the coach is going, no, we need to do this substitution thing. Keep you fresh, kid.
Caleb Hall is lined up as the D tackle getting ready to go under the center spot. Patrick Willard to the right, along with Josh Wilson. TJ Barr also in a 4-point stance. Timeout called by Hancock.
That'll be their first time out here in the second half. 2:28 here to go in the third quarter. 28-0 CBs.
Now do you bring Coop in there?
I mean, I'd like to see him get the opportunity, but at the same time, I want my people fresh, and I got to trust the coaching staff right now if that's what they want to do.
2:28 left to go here in the third quarter. Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 28-0 over the Hancock, Maryland Panthers. Every way you can score, except the defense has scored tonight. An excellent punt by the CB's Cooper Statler to pin him down inside the 1. Coop is actually going to go over to
the training table.
The training table a little bit.
He's got a little bit of a limp, but I don't think this may be an equipment issue.
he's saying he wants his hand retaped.
They are looking at his right hand right now.
All right. Back to the football now. As, like I say, we've got TJ Barr directly under the center. I don't see Caleb Hall over the center. Oh, now he's coming up. Now he's delaying it. All right, they line up in shotgun. Two guys set to take the snap. Aiden gets the ball, tries to just push forward, but he might have gotten no gain on that play, and it'll bring up, well, I think they're going to say he just crossed over the original line of scrimmage, so instead of the 1 foot line, he's down at the 1 yard line.
My stat sheet does not have 3 inches on it, though, so we're not going to be able to. It's
Can't
going
you
to be a
just
0.
do like a 1/3?
No, we're going to go with 0 again.
St. Mary's math didn't do fractions?
Nah.
Down to 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. I have to get my binoculars a chance here.
Got Snodgrass on the right outside linebacker position, Maverick Gum in the middle.
Yep. Wing T, shotgun formation. Fullback takes the snap, and they get a reverse to Jacob Anderson, but Maverick Gum read that play like a book, and he says, you go back to the 1 foot line.
He did.
3rd down and 10 here. To tell you the truth, you might want to just say, okay, if we don't get a safety, that's not the worst thing in the world because we can pin our ears back and block the punt and get a safety that way.
Maybe just get better field position for the offense to put one in, too.
We're approaching the final minute of this third quarter.
Maverick Gum read that the way I read a steak and shake menu. Like he was all over
You
that.
don't read a steak and shake menu. You just order. All right, 3rd down and 10 here. They're going to throw a pass. Broken up, incomplete, 4th down. Almost a pick.
Yep. Maverick got his hands up there and got that pass knocked down. Showed some emotion, and it's nice to see. He's out there doing a little shoulder dance. I just seen a video clip the other day. I'm a wrestling fan. Old Eddie Guerrero used to do that with Viva La Raza. So I don't know if that's what he's saying out there, maybe looking over on the sideline.
All right. The snap this time is going to be a little bit shorter on this punt. Aiden set to take the snap. He's a short guy, so if it goes over his head, it's 2 points. They're pinning their ears back, ready to go. Snap is a little low. He does get it away, barely. Slow dribbling ball, doesn't even get to the 25. It's going to go out to the 23-yard line, and that is where Clay-Battelle will take over. We'll call it a red zone possession here to start.
Just outside the red zone here, Ethan. We're at the 24.
By the way, number 75, Cameron Lloyd, is jumping up and down, slapping his helmet. That boy wants to go in the game. All right, 1st down and 10 here at actually the 24-yard line. Cohen has a running back on each side, trips receivers to the left. It's Snodgrass behind the line of scrimmage. The 2 guys on the line of scrimmage are Tyson Price and Josiah Morgan. Low snap, Snodgrass is able to pick it up, but he's going to get a loss on the play.
Yeah, he's going to lose 2 on that one.
And here's a teaching moment for the young quarterback. Snap's not going to be perfect every time. You got to kind of learn to corral it and then get back up there and run the play.
You do, and you got, J.J. Dawson, first game tonight at center. Corey, first game at quarterback. If they both stay in starting next week, you're going to – that'll be the last play of the third quarter.
Yes. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, fourth quarter of action here on WAJR.com.
Breathing easy is key both on and off the field. At Mon Health, our pulmonary care team tackles everything from asthma to complex respiratory conditions, delivering personalized, comprehensive care. Our expert physicians work together to break down your treatment options so you and your loved ones can make the right play for your health. Ready to breathe easy? Schedule your appointment today at monhealth.com/pulmonary. Choose Mon Health. Feel the difference.
This is Clay-Battelle High CB's football on WAJR.
Welcome back to Blacksville, West Virginia, where we're about ready to start the fourth quarter of action between the Clay-Battelle CBs and the Hancock, Maryland Panthers. The score, Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 28-0. Ball is at the middle of the field over on the 23-yard line, the 28-yard line, and it'll be second down and about 13 for the CBs. All right, Snodgrass still in the game for Clay-Battelle. They're going to line up in the I, slot to the right with Savage and Morgan, the receivers to the right. Tyson Price, the lone receiver, to the left. Maverick Gum, the fullback. Corey goes under center, gets a nice snap, hands it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass cuts across the middle of the field, being pulled forward, keeps breaking tackles, keeps going down to the 5. He's going to carry him to the end zone. Touchdown, Clay-Battelle!
24-yard run by Snodgrass, gets pushed into the end zone by Gump.
Caleb Snodgrass carried 2 men to the end zone. This might be one of the best running back competitions that we've seen at Clay-Battelle in years, because the freshman has done very well tonight, and the sophomore, Caleb Snodgrass, just might have the highlight of the night. Extra point up, and extra point is good. And hey, that was Brian Vega. That is Brian Vega. I thought Julian might get a shot at that one. But extra point is good. 35-0 on the first play of the fourth quarter. And I'll tell you what, the first play of the fourth quarter has been a summarization of this game all night. Fight by the CBs, ending in the end zone.
I just want to emphasize, we brought up at the end, somebody needs to show some emotion on this team. And this Josh Wilson kid is just making me glow, because as they're coming off after the touchdowns and the extra point, he is greeting everybody coming to the sideline. And sometimes you just need that motivation to keep going. LePeau has some bounce in his step as he's trying to get his special teams down here to talk to him. You know, it feels like a completely different
team.
CB team this week.
Yeah.
And it just ain't about the score of the game. It's about the feel of everything that's going on right now.
35-0 CB's lead. And Chance, this is fun.
This is fun. And if I'm correct, we will go to running clock now with up 35 points. I think that's what it takes to get there.
I do think that is what it takes. Aiden McCarty and Tyler Hill set deep to receive. The second level is composed of Logan Hendershot, Jacob Anderson, and Nick Creek, possibly returning at the second level.
Vega to kick.
Vega is to kick. Two-step drop, straight into the air. Caught at the 30, cutting down the near sideline, and hey, look at that. Josh Wilson making the tackle at the 45, 46-yard line, and that is where Hancock will take over. Now, Vega's done a very good job. Brian Vega's done a very good job here tonight. I'd like to see Julian Vega kick one after if we're able to get into the end zone again. There's your future kicker right there.
Yep, it would be nice. Experience sometimes can mean everything in high school football. And you just get that little bit, like even if Ponceroff comes back next week and he starts at quarterback, the experience that Corey's getting tonight will make him a much better player come next year.
Cameron Lloyd into the game for the first time for the CBs, jumping up and down. Chance, left D tackle. Watch him. They line up in the power I formation down in the shotgun. It's the running back set to take the carry. And Toothman tries to get a tackle. Let me tell you, Maverick Gum came with a head of steam and knocked him out of bounds. He was going to take somebody's head off.
And once again, I mean, I'm going to do a quick stat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 run plays have went for negative yards. That wasn't even including the zeros that we've got out here, which if you add the zeros, you're 6 more zero plays on top of it.
10 minutes left to go in the game. Aiden takes the snap. He's got some open space. Caleb Hall to beat. Falls forward, but Caleb Hall does prevent the big play from happening. Textbook tackling. They do get into opponent territory, though, at the 47, and it will bring up 3rd down and very manageable. 3rd down and 3 with 9:30 left to go in the game. A lot of threes in that sentence.
Nice textbook tackle, though, by Hall there. Come right in. Bigger guy than him. Just went right for the legs, wrapped it up. Player goes down. And because he very easily, if he would have hit him high, I got a feeling that's a 1st down. He forced a 3rd down by just taking his legs out from under him.
Briston Reed into the game and Carson Moore into the game on defense. 3rd down and 3. Line up in that wing T shotgun. It's going to be the fullback this time. He gets across the 1st down marker, but Caleb Hill wraps him up at the legs and tackles him at about the 39-yard line. Tyler Hill on the carry with the direct snap. And Chance, I said this before the game. I said this offense concerns me because of how much misdirection and where the ball can go. This C's defense has attacked the ball carrier tonight. Yeah, we've seen a few runs to the outside be a little bit of positive gains, but they've kept everything in front of them and not allowed the big play to happen.
And we brought up last week, it seemed like every time, the ball was moving
up at the get the handoff from Jacob Anderson, but he's going to be wrapped up there. I believe that was Tyson Price on the tackle. Get him at his legs, Chance.
Yep, that's the key. Like, it don't matter how big a boy is, you wrap them feet up, and they ain't going nowhere.
2nd down and 8.
You go back to, what was it, Snodgrass's touchdown. Them 2 boys had him up high. Nobody went to the legs.
Kept moving.
He just pushed him for 8 yards into the end zone.
Saying an equipment malfunction in here by Cameron Lloyd, so he's got to come out. Somebody's got to come in. They're going to move Zach Gump. And Hancock's going, you had that guy on the bench?
There's no doubt in my mind that the right guard right now went, can't we just fix the other guy's helmet?
All right. 2nd down and 8 here. And Tyler Hill set to take the snap. Zach Gump
makes the play.
Makes the tackle. And number 70, Mike Costello, who had to block Gump, goes, all right, now he's got to have an equipment malfunction. Something, please. I was informed Zach Gump can't even drive yet. And he's that man is that huge.
Well, I know why he can't drive. He can't get in the car. Okay, they have
to get him in the bed of the truck.
He's got to put him in the bed of the truck and cut the rest of the metal out so his legs can reach.
He comes out. Cameron Lloyd comes in.
The right guard is relieved.
Yep. No gain on the play, so 3rd down and 8. Wing T, shotgun formation. Aiden takes the snap, runs to his right, gets across the 45, jukes a man, goes across the 30, keeps going. Shake and bake down to the 20. 1st down, Hancock. Chance, I think you now know, don't grab him at the hips. Just go to the feet.
I agree.
And bring him down. He did the same move about 4 times on that one play.
That's a nice run.
Yeah, he's a good runner. 6 minutes left to go in this game. Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 35-0. But, Chance, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first drive in the red zone?
I do believe
for Hancock?
I do believe this is their first drive in there.
Because I think they had it at about the 25-yard line when they turned over on downs. All right. 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Wing T. Aiden's the only one acting like, nope, both guys put their hands up. Aiden going to drop back to pass. Overthrown. Good coverage, though, by Caleb Hall. The intended receiver was Sean Thomas.
Make sure we report things right. Second drive inside the red zone.
So second drive.
Yeah, they drove to the 13.
13.
Turned it over on downs.
Okay. Thank you, Chance. I appreciate you correcting me on that. I couldn't remember.
I agreed with you, and then I looked, and I started looking. I said, I want to make sure we say to people listening that we're right here, and their second drive down in there.
4:50 left to go in this game. Second down and 10. Tight to the right in the wing T formation. Aiden gets the snap, runs to his right to the strong side, gets a couple blockers, goes across the 10, over to the 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. There is a flag on the play.
Let's find out before I put this in the stat sheet.
Before you highlight in yellow, there is some yellow on the field.
Yeah,
Hey.
nice one. That was well played. Well played there. I see what you done, no pun intended.
Personal foul, hands to the face, 55 defense. That penalty's declined.
All right, so the penalty will be declined, and you can highlight that one, Chance. Touchdown, Hancock.
You give credit to Hancock here, seeing no quit in him. The game is no doubt over is because the clock's running at 3:56 here. But at the same time, that nice offensive drive by them to go down and put one in.
68 Gavin Tennant into the game on the field goal block unit. Sorry, Chance, I just want to make sure everybody who gets in gets their name shouted out here. Some of these young kids getting their first playing time of the season. Extra point attempt. They're going to try and kick. It's up, and it's good. Very close to being blocked, though. So Clay-Battelle now leads 35-7 here with 3:50. So you hear that. They say clock continue to run on the ready whistle. So the clock only stops for changes of possession, or at least kickoffs, I guess is the only word for it. Look to see maybe some guys get back on the kickoff return team, maybe some new faces, but at the same time, though, don't know that necessarily for sure. Maybe see TJ Barr get some carries on the offensive end here. Try and keep things fresh.
I have been seeing, let me look here. I don't have him on here. I don't have number 9 on the roster that we have for Clay-Battelle. I know he was one we talked.
Yeah, I think he joined.
He was hurt earlier in the season, came in a little bit later.
But
he has definitely been getting some playing time here lately. He's a bigger body boy. Like he's not a lineman by any means, but he's definitely got some height and some muscle to him.
Yeah.
But he's out there as we speak. Still see Josiah Morgan and Landon Savage back
Yeah, it looks
deep.
like this is the same kickoff return team here. They're going to do a little pooch kick, but that ball didn't go 10 yards, and the guy recovered it. So that is going to be first down and 10 for the Seabees. I don't know, in Maryland, can you kick it in the
maybe that was number 6 first time out there, and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to touch the ball.
Said, I'm going to go after it. I'm going to try to be a hero.
No flag on the play. I don't know why that's not a flag, but should be an illegal touching, but I'd say
There's
just
no foul on the play. However, we're first touching, which is a violation. First down. Going this way. No, it's going this way.
Yeah, referee had to correct himself. He goes going this way. Nope, hold on. Going this way.
He had me scared for a minute.
Yeah, I was like, thought 6 yards, maybe Maryland, you only got to go 5 before you catch it there for a minute.
All right, they break the huddle here. Josiah Morgan set to take the snap at quarterback.
We was curious who the emergency quarterback was going to be, and I guess we've just found out.
Snaps it, handed off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass dances, gets across the 45, pushing forward, over to the 40. Now they blow the whistle. And just like that, it's a gain of 8. Second down and 2 for Clay-Battelle. Chance, Caleb, I mean, you want to talk about a complete 180, basically describing at what this team has done in one player, Caleb Snodgrass.
Yes, looks like a totally different ball player come this week. As much as we at the end of the last week probably gave more of a heart-to-heart and a butt-chewing than maybe we need to on the radio, it is nice to see the players and the coaches how they've bounced back from last week to this week.
Morgan hands it off to T.J. Barr this time. Barr gets across the 40 over to the 35, breaks a few tackles. There is going to be a flag on the play, so this one's probably coming back. And it probably is going to be a holding, so this one will move the ball back 10 yards, and it's not what you want to have happen.
Offensive holding, 54, Gray.
It is what the play is. Another impressive stat is I have down as only Clay-Battelle's second penalty of the night.
It is a very good stat. And I think that is the first one that is a personal foul and not a procedure penalty, if I'm not mistaken. The encroachment was the first one.
Second down.
Yeah, I do believe we had encroachment, and then you've got holding on this one.
Yeah. All right, same formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Snodgrass and Barr, the running backs. They hand it off to Snodgrass. He cuts over to the right, bounces off Gump, and gets tackled at about the 49-yard line, and it'll be a gain of about 1. So we'll see as we approach 1 minute left to go in this game if they're going to let Josiah maybe throw it, or are they going to run just because you only need to run one more play.
I do want to bring up that Julian Vega has made it in as a receiver that last play, so he is getting an opportunity to play tonight.
So we approach 45 seconds left to go in this game. Once again, Clay-Battelle leads by a score of 35-7, 3rd down and 11. They break the huddle. Morgan set to take the snap. Vega and number 9 to the right. Tyson Price to the left. Handoff is to Barr. Barr fumbles the ball. I think that's going to be recovered by Hancock. It will be, and they will take over 1st down and 10 with 22 seconds left in this game. So one more snap by the Hancock Panthers. I mean, they could obviously do more if they want to. But one more snap is all that is necessary here in this game as there is a timeout. All right. Chance, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the final snap and then kind of wrap things up here on WAJR.com.
Health works for you, for rehab and fitness too.
When you attend football games, do you rush to get a seat at the back of the bleachers for back support? Back pain is a common problem and can often be relieved with physical therapy treatments. If you have back pain, see your doctor and ask for a physical therapy prescription. Then see the physical therapy professionals at HealthWorks. With 9 nearby locations, finding quality care doesn't need to be a headache. HealthWorks Rehab and Fitness, Morgantown, Westover, Cheat Lake, Blacksville, Smithfield, Waynesburg, Fairmont, and Buchanan. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
Our people make the difference in the way you feel each day. When your body hurts, go to HealthWorks.
This is the WAJR post-game show presented by the Insurance Centers, where serving you is our best policy.
Welcome back to Blacksville. I had the post-game set and ready because I said only one more snap is needed. They decided they were going to try and score here, and Chance, they did. A passing touchdown complete to, I believe that was number 7.
That's Thomas.
Thomas?
Yes,
yeah,
it is
Sean
Sean
Thomas. Number 8, Briston Reed, was in coverage. Unfortunately, just got a little bit beat there, and it ended up being a touchdown. So with the extra point pending here and 11 seconds left, they snap it, and it's going to be blocked by Caleb Hall. And
cannot advance it in high school.
Yeah,
football.
Cannot advance it in high school. Chance, did you see how much he got in front of that? He sat there and waited for about a good solid second in front of the holder and ended up blocking the kick. So the kickoff is the only thing that's set and ready to go. We'll probably get that, and then we'll have a kneel down to end this game. Sorry about that, folks. I just kind of thought that they were going to run the ball and run the clock out, but hey, I guess the Hancock coach had minus 28.5, and took his and took his Panthers.
He had a FanDuel app over there and found out that was.
He found out it was legal in the state of West Virginia. Anyway, all right. So the kickoff is the only thing. So Chance, we'll start with this and do our post game here, so we can just kind of get out of here. Morgantown Power Sports Power Play of the Game, carrying a complete lineup of Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and KTM. Morgantown Power Sports on the mile ground at morgantownpowersports.com. Chance, what is your power play of the game?
Phew, I tell
so
you
many to choose from tonight.
There's part of me that just wants to say the bounce back of the Clay-Battelle CBs, period, from last week to this week. I'm going to have to probably go with, though, I think it was, I want to make sure I got it here correctly when it happened. Right off the bat, first drive, the 39-yard pass from Corey Cohen to Landon Savage kind of started off how this game was going to go and getting the TD early on. So I will say the 39-yard pass from Cohen to Savage for the first TD of the night.
Onside kick recovered by Tyson Price, and that will be the final play of this game. Chance, I'm going to go with maybe an audible here and say that my power play of the game was the turnover on downs. Hancock moving the ball quite well on their first possession. They get a turnover on downs, and it ends up going the way of the CBs. We talked about holding the red zone, and both sides of the ball end up being able to, kind of go the CB's way. And so with that being said, your final score, Clay-Battelle 41 and the Hancock Panthers 13. For Ethan Collins and Chance Collins, this has been Clay-Battelle CB's football on WAJR.com. Good night.
High school.